My name is Joe Royer. I'm the Vice President of R&D of GeoTree Solutions. We thought it would be really helpful to answer some of our frequently asked questions that we get at webinars or at lunch and learns or when we're out talking to customers about our products. So I'm going to have one of our colleagues, Emma, ask me some questions, and we will do our best to answer them here in a series of videos.
What is a geopolymer and why is it important to me?
So geopolymers are a class of materials. It's really helpful to maybe break that word apart. So the first part, geo, really was coined by a French scientist in the 80s and is sort of like earth, and polymer means long chain polymer. So these are long chain earth polymers or inorganic materials, which generally mean non-carbon. So things like aluminum, iron, calcium, silica, the minerals that you would mine, things that go into cementitious materials, those are the same things, but they're different because in a geopolymer, they are all linked together and in a long chain. Why do I care? Well, the benefit of that chemistry, we will try to keep the chemistry to a minimum, but the benefit of that chemistry is that if you have a geopolymer, it has really good chemical resistance because of that chemistry. It bonds to itself really well because of that chemistry. It has really good environmental properties. It's easy to use, easy to process. So the chemistry itself gives you some benefits over standard Portland cement materials.
What physical properties are critical for structural performance?
So for structural performance, we're going to assume that we're talking about a gravity pipeline in this case, because that's primarily where these materials are used. And if you have a gravity pipeline, typically those pipelines are going to be experiencing three loads. The first being a hydraulic load, so any water that's in the soil or surrounding area that's pushing on the pipe. Two, soil loads, any buried soil above the pipe that the pipe is buried in will be putting load on the pipe. And then any live loads like a road or a building or other structures that you might have loads passing over top of the pipe. Those are the things that are applying load to the structure. So when you look at a gravity pipe that has a geopolymer lining, that lining is a rigid lining independent of the pipe it's been in. So if you put that into a load frame or you put it into a test fixture and you try to break it, what you will find is they always break in a cracking mode. Everything fails if you put enough load on it. So when you get to the loads where these things are designed to fail, they will crack and flex and bend. So they will lose structure that way. So what you have to do is you have to design these properties for the cracking. And the physical property that is most critical with cracking is flexural strength. So you're looking at flexural strength as the driver of the physical performance of these materials. Other properties are important, like compression and tensile, but the real one that drives performance is flexural strength.
How do you measure the properties of a geopolymer?
So geopolymers in this case are, you have to be careful, and they're not really plastic. They are, because people see the word polymer and they think plastic. These are cementitious materials. So you are going to measure them just like any other cementitious material. So if you have cement standards for compression, like ASTM C39 or C109, which are the cube and cylinder standards, you're going to break them in the same way. You're going to cure them in the same way. You're going to take samples in the same way. You're going to test them. Your flex strength would be C78, which is the standard measurement for making flex strength of concrete pieces or cementitious materials. ASTM C469 is the tensile strength property. So any of the things that you would see in cementitious materials, all the standards that exist can be used to test geopolymers. in a straightforward fashion. Hopefully this video has been instructive. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us at our website or our email, which will be on the screen, or contact any of your representatives from GeoTree Solutions. Thanks for listening.